first is apparently me. Great. Being the host of this thing, it makes it a little bit more nerve-wracking for me because usually I come here and if I bomb, that's it. I can just fucking leave. But hosting, I gotta come up every couple of minutes and people be like, great, this asshole again. So I go by RickshawTom, and the reason I go by RickshawTom is I used to have an unusual job. I used to have a cart that would attach to the back of my bicycle, and I would taxi people around downtown Burlington. So I like giving people a little free sample of what it's like to be in the back of my rickshaw. Ready? This is what it's like being in the back of my rickshaw. This is it. Beautiful scenic downtown Burlington passing you by. Beautiful scenic view of my butt. I found out the hard way, though, that the cart is approximately arm's length away from where my bicycle seat is. And I found this out on a Sunday afternoon with two drunk 40-something-year-old women who wanted to get pulled the length of North Street. And I'm halfway done when I feel a hand on my ass. I charged them to $8 officially, and they tipped me $3? Y'all just saw my butt. That thing's worth more than $3. So I've introduced myself. I'm RickshawTom, and this is my emotional support tequila. So being an emotional support beverage, it's had to go through some rigorous training. You want to see some of it? Check it out. Sit. Good drink. All right, ready? Shake. Look at it go. All right, speak. Bad drink. Sorry you have to watch this, but it didn't obey a command. I have to put it down. I feel like half of you were impressed, the other half were concerned. I appreciate that. When did I first realize I had a drinking problem? I'll tell you. It was about 8 years ago when I went to another open mic and I wasn't planning on drinking that night. And I went to the bathroom and I got back to the table where me and my girlfriend were sitting and there was already a beer right in front of my spot. And I said, hey, did you see where this came from? And she says, yeah, I bought it for you. And I said, why did you do that? She goes, oh, you're funnier when you had a few. So I guess we're going to be testing that tonight. But I decided I was going to try drinking a little bit less. So I decided I was going to become a social drinker. I'm only going to drink when I'm out with my friends. Y'all are my friends now, right? Yeah. That's all I needed to hear to keep going. But then again, that only works so often because I hang out with my friends too much. So I decided I decided not to be a social drinker anymore. I decided to become a socialist drinker. Now I only drink what other people will buy for me. I say this as somebody who has a literal tattoo of Bernie Sanders on his back, because Bernie's got my back. But I try to do well for myself. I try to stay healthy. I take part in the sport of Ninja Warrior, you know, like American Ninja Warrior style, except I'm much, much worse. And I've been doing it for a few years now. Chalk is really important in this sport, because if you don't use enough chalk, you end up ripping your hands open, or as I like to call them, ninjuries. The problem is, I travel for this sport. I've gone to Barbados and North Carolina, and I'm very particular about my chalk. You ever try to get through the airport with a brick of crumbly white powder? I'm gonna start traveling with that stuff up my ass just to be safe. TSA pulls me aside and is like, do you know what this is? I'm like, yeah, that's the good stuff. It helps me get high up there. All right, that's my time for y'all. Are you having a good time still? Excellent.